Yeah,
it's just really unbelievable. Can you imagine? I mean, I can see why they're all coping. I can see why they're all seething, to use the young people's language, because everything they said about this guy doesn't make sense from the top down, and now they're faced with everything they said doesn't make sense. And here's what it is. You cannot look at Willie's 2 videos on Destiny and think they're puff pieces. You cannot sit there and go on and on about all the conspiracy theories about being captured or compromised. People compromised don't act like this. So it just makes them look stupid. And what's their fucking one mission in life? Get Destiny, get Destiny. Now they're mad it wasn't them. So it really wasn't about getting Destiny and getting him off the internet or exposing him to people to show what a nut he was. It was about gaining YouTube clout, which is exactly what I said. 100% of what I said. They proved it right. That's why they're freaking out. That's why they're right. Willie isn't vindicated. Willie didn't need to be vindicated. The doxer needs to be vindicated. The self-admitted rape machine guy, who I fucking J-Stalk or whatever he calls, the ultimate rape machine guy. He needs to be vindicated. Aiden needs to be vindicated. They're the ones that need to be vindicated. Goddamn, what's his face too? God, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm not gonna dig into him like I'm digging the other one. All he owes him a fucking apology. Because people that are compromised don't behave this way. And honestly, you owe him an apology. Let's be fucking real here. I mean, God damn, they got him in it today. He got him. It wasn't them. They're like, oh no, Willie's gonna get all the clout for getting Destiny. That was our plan. You're compromised. You're compromised by your own agenda. If you can't even take it satisfaction with Destiny being exposed, you're compromised. No normal person outside the island can look at those 2 videos and think they're puff pieces. None of them. The 5-on-1, it looks ridiculous now. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. What do they say? You shouldn't have talked to Destiny. You shouldn't be objective. They were screaming up for not being objective. It's amazing. The only reason this happened is because Willie was objective. That's it. Oh, and what are they saying now? He didn't do it fast enough. Well, let's go back a couple days. I started at 9 o'clock Eastern Central European time. This is at 1:25. That would make it 4:25.
And 20.
Yeah, make it 4:25 Central and 4:25 Eastern and 3:25 Central. And by the time I got this, he had already talked to the police on fucking Wednesday, August 20th. So all that shot there, he didn't do it fast enough. Oh, yeah, he held on to all the CP because get the fuck out of here. Everything you said was wrong. Everything. Being compromised, you're wrong. Saying you should have talked to him, you're wrong. This doesn't happen if he doesn't do it the right way, if he doesn't do it in an objective way. Oh, I'm sorry. He had to say a few things that were true about Destiny that don't incriminate him. Yes, you are compromised by your own bias. Anybody that would want something like that, it doesn't matter if it's true, just make it stick. Willie didn't do that, and he busted the story. That's it. You lose. Back to the island you go. Here's what you do. I got an idea. Just keep on leaning on Chud. It seems to be helping his career perfectly. Willie doesn't do what he does. This doesn't happen. Willie did it the right way from day one. He didn't slander anybody either. You guys doxed him. Everybody knows it. It's not a controversial opinion outside the island. People see Queeman sitting there going over his, I don't know. I wouldn't do this to you. I don't think all valid targets. And there's docs playing in the background right before his wedding happens. This hypothetical he's going for. Everybody knows it. It's undeniable. There's no puff pieces. There's no compromise. There's no being compromised. You guys look ridiculous. The day Spicy Chat stood still, they didn't know what to do with themselves. It's never about getting Destiny. It was never about doing the right thing. Ever, 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 ever. It was always about improving their space on YouTube through Destiny. Look, they all eat each other. Chuds basically ate all of his collaborators. That's all it was. Day one. So if anybody says to you, he held on to it too long, well, this is the day the news breaks that this broad might be a minor. And this is the moment I found out.
It's these people who live in this online world where they've never interacted with the law or police officers or the court system or anything ever.
Uh-oh. There's no proof at all as anybody in Queeman's community. I might go over that tomorrow because I've been given the information on that yet. And I tell you something, they'll move the goalposts on that all, but because it's only like one or two guys. Yes, there's proof out there. And I think Augie's seen it. Wonder why he hasn't talked about things, huh? I'm pretty sure. I don't know for a fact. I think Augie's seen it. And not that it wasn't obvious to begin with. All you got to do is watch a fucking video to know he's full of shit. God damn. Take back everything I just said. 125.39. 10.25 Central European. 4.25 Eastern Standard. 3.25. The conversation with the cop already happened. August 20th. I cannot really, I can't elaborate on this at all. I'm not sure about what, it's going to be a terrible podcast.
God damn it, Tommy. Fuck's sake.
Is there still a boat in the water or is it sunk?
I can't say a thing.
Do we have to spam URR?
It's the quality of the source. It was Willie. It was Willie. And how did I know the quality? Because I knew he was talking to him. I knew he had a tape. I knew all of it. All he said is, I went to the police. That's all he said. Oh, it's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know. I knew he put two and two together. If that girl's a minor, that means something he told him is incriminating. The only reason he got to it is because he did objective videos that were not puff pieces. In fact, they're pretty tough on him. Go watch them. Hey, the only people that watch Willie's videos and think they're not, wow, Destiny didn't get creamed, are these jackasses that want to do what Willie actually did today. Put the bullet in Destiny, which, by the way, I've already been told by lawyers he's probably going to beat this too. Probably. Maybe not online, but he's probably going to beat it too. Unbelievable. Let's watch. What am I talking about? Well, he decided, I didn't know he was going to make a video. He called me after this. I said, what'd you do? Did you call the cops? Yes. Okay, you're good. So anybody says you're hiding shit, you're taken care of.
The police, this is not clickbait and entirely has to do with the DMs he sent me. A few days ago, a Reddit post showed that the girl Destiny shared Pixie's nudes with was seemingly confirmed to be 17 years old due to her getting doxxed.
Yeah, Spicy Chatters got real quiet, quick. They don't know what to do. They want Destiny, but they got the wrong guy because they really don't want Destiny. They want Queeman to get the credit for it. They want Aiden to get the credit for it. By the way, they're not equipped to do this. They never. How many stories is Queen's always going after Nick? How many stories has he busted wide open? Nick's busted open a few. Here's Queeman's 0. Can't make any connections because everybody knows you're going to get doxxed. Hutch knows it. Hutch didn't even do an interview with him, and he got doxxed on Kiwi Farms by his non-fans.
Percent chance that she was not 17 during that time. So I do what I usually do and reached out to get a comment. He said the girl, Rose, told him she was 19 and in college at the time, and that the leaker Solo, who is her ex-boyfriend, confirmed that
guy might be in some trouble.
She lied about her age to him. This is true. In similar scandals, this is where people usually argue, is he lying? Did he actually know the age? Is it his fault if he was catfished? I usually wait for all the details to come out before I comment. This is not why I went to the police.
I'm making baseless, slanderous allegations against the Queeman community. You know what? I'll show you what I got tomorrow. Because I got screenshots. I'll show you everything I got tomorrow. How about that? And you know what? It's not going to be enough, but it doesn't matter because it's enough for normal people. Slanderous allegations.
Because he continued to write, I didn't know this
He's a doxer. They're doxers. They tried to go after Willie and intimidate him. It didn't work. He got Destiny, not them.
until way later, but the videos she recorded with other guys, the file names are like screen recording, blah, blah.
And by the way, all the evidence is on Kiwi Farms right now. Guys that said they're going to do it, guys that replied to Queeman fans with like 2 or 3 posts. And the guy that's replying, he's got 1 million posts that are pro Queeman. Yes, it's from his community. It's there.
Blah. And then he shows me.
Yeah, and that's no shock. And exactly. And everybody could believe it. Why they can sit there and play, well, you have to have this drop dead DNA proof. No, you don't. It's completely obvious. Everybody knows how toxic Spicy Chat is.
Screenshot of the top of a video clip and says her boyfriend was recording these on Skype calls.
And I'm not the only one that's seen it.
That's absolutely insane to think about him doing all of this if she was 7.
And it doesn't. And none of it. That's the best part. None of it matters because Queeman doxed him himself. He's not even mad about that because he said it was already public. To me, he was totally boosted in Willie's dox and played stupid while he goes through a hypothetical. Everybody. That's all anybody had to say. That's all anybody had to say. You're making slander. I said, guess what? Sue me, motherfucker.
Well, this is insane.
You can't prove that in court. Sue me. Come to Germany and sue me.
Insane to me because he's saying Rose's boyfriend recorded CP while sending me a screenshot.
Better do it soon while your fucking followers go down.
Of the alleged CP. So I asked to confirm if he just did that. If you were sending me this, I'm guessing you still have that video. Destiny replies, depends on why you're asking. But yes, I created copies of all of our messages and everything when that court case started. Just to be clear, he's admitting to having alleged CP downloaded on his computer. He literally has the video open as I'm talking to him. I go, bruh, there's been allegations at least since my last video that she was underage, and you still have potential CP of her? He replies, I have an obligation to preserve relevant evidence, etc.
Are you kidding me? I mean, that has to be, he's supposedly smart. You have an obligation to tell your lawyer you have CP. It almost sounds like you wanted to jerk off for a few more days before I had to give it up.
So I created backups of all of the important/relevant conversations. He continues, I don't think I'm allowed to delete it, lol. I don't know if it counts as hiding/destroying evidence. And I reply, talk to a lawyer, that seems crazy to me. Who keeps this sort of stuff on their computer without 100% knowing if they're supposed to or not? Isn't that something you want to confirm? I continued, you just let me know you have CP videos saved to your computer. You knew it was alleged that she was underage. You still have them. Do you see how this is? So now I've confirmed that this guy has child porn on his computer. In my 8 years of reaching out to people over allegations, I've never had anyone admit that to me. The last message he sent me was, 1, I don't even know 100% if her age was legitimately less than 18 when these were taken. So basically, he's not 100% sure if he has child porn on his computer. He's just 99%.
Yeah, take my chances. That's hysterical.
% sure. Got it. 2, I'm pretty sure.
Does Destiny think he's God? Yes, I can do this. And remember, all these morons that are going after Willie and going after Nick are people that like this guy.
I have an obligation to preserve stuff related to my court case. I've talked about it with my lawyer already, specifically with regards to the Rose stuff. So he went from, I don't know if I could delete this, to my lawyer says it's totally fine to keep. I don't know the law, but the idea that his lawyer would tell him to hold.
How much you want to bet he didn't tell his lawyer about this? How much you want to bet?
Hold on to CP.
How much you want to bet he had no intention of deleting it?
For a civil case just doesn't seem likely to me. I don't know. LawTube can figure that out. 3, if something were to come out of this, I don't know if I'd want to wipe everything and not have something to turn over to the authorities. If hypothetically, whenever a political creator is about to give a hypothetical,
anyone know what Tracy Lords is in the chat? You know what Tracy Lords is, Jeannie?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what she did?
Yeah. Do you want me to say or are you going to say?
I'll say it. Tracy Lord's a porn actress, late 70s. She did most of the porn between the ages of 14 and 17, right? She was the most popular porn star. Shocking, right? She faked her birth certificate, right? Well, she was like most people that work for a living, disgruntled. So she decided to pull a little bit of a trick. The day she turned 18, she pulled all the money she had and she bought her own porn production company, produced one final film of legal age. As soon as that video came out, she announced that all the other films that she had were kiddie porn. Of course, the other companies that had to recall all this stuff, they had to pull it. And if you own a copy to this day, it's your fucking ass. It doesn't fucking matter whether you knew or you didn't know. It's just kiddie porn. That's it. I have a little trouble believing Destiny didn't know that. Why would he want to take the chance? I can do this. It's okay. Are you nuts? If for no other reason, maybe he can. Maybe he can beat the case. Who knows? Maybe they won't charge him. Maybe he can't beat the case and they're never going to charge him anyway because it's way low on the list. You know, it's not like the girl was like 12. Maybe that can happen. I don't know. I know the world doesn't work like GTA. You don't get a star over your head, and the cops don't bust every case. They don't take on anyone. Just about every case. Maybe you can. I don't know. But you would think, considering how clear-cut that law is in the United States, hey, you might be able to get away with, hey, she was in a club that was over 21. I didn't know. She said she was over 21. You might be able to beat that. Kiddie porn, that don't count. That doesn't count.
I know you're about to hear some weird shit. If hypothetically her boyfriend or whatever was actually trafficking her or getting her to fuck other dudes on video for him, and if there was ever some kind of investigation into that, am I hurting the chance of looking into him by deleting all of this stuff? Oh, so now the reason he's keeping the CP is because of a hypothetical criminal case that he is not pursuing at all. Okay, maybe these reasons are legally sound advice that came from his lawyer. Maybe he's lying and just saying anything to make it sound
I can't believe for a minute he went to his lawyer. Because anybody, like, I'd almost like to know. I actually want to start a poll. I used to be able to put a timer on this bitch. Just want to know what you all think. There's just no way in hell. None. Almost no way. No. 8% yes. All right. That's truly unbelievable.
better to me. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I just know this guy's admitting to having CP in my DMs, 60 gigabytes according to him. Seriously, how does he know the amount if he doesn't have it? Also, how does her boyfriend being in the wrong somehow make Destiny in the right? It makes no sense. For all he knows, her boyfriend could have been 17 as well. Dude, you were 33. I reported this to the police and recorded my interactions and calls with the detective.
William, how you doing? It's Officer again.
Hello, nice to speak with you again.
Yeah, you don't think he was going to cover his fucking ass? We got a report. We haven't seen it. That President Sunday said he didn't put it out quick enough. You know it was Wednesday when he found out. You know it from my reaction in there. It was 100%. In fact, I wonder if I could look at the time. I better get a timestamp. Right here. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna be real, man. Don't leak this. But I had to report him to the police today. 23:37 on the 20th of August. We had a report that he put this out, and then apparently this video went straight to members. So they tried to pin him on that too. These people are compromised by their own agenda. They're 100% compromised. Willie's not compromised. They are.
Question.
Sure.
You have screenshots or copies of the
Yes.
what you guys spoke about having child porn and all that?
Yep. I also sent him my DMs with Destiny. I don't know if anything will come from this. I don't like leaking DMs, as me respecting what creators want on and off
It's kiddie porn. You can.
the record allows me to talk to all sides of the situation, builds trust with the creator, and also allows me to get follow-up statements for when the drama develops. But when you tell me that you're in possession of and going to remain in possession of CP, that confidentiality is over. I shouldn't even need to say that. If Destiny ends up being legally in the right to keep it, then fair enough. If he ends up getting charged, then I'm glad I did something. I'm just trying to do the right thing in a situation I've never been in before.
Bingo. Well, that wasn't good enough for Queeman. He's not vindicated. You're not vindicated.
Been allegations since
CIA Director John Lee Ratcliffe worked on this in Congress and again as DNI and
I went to the other fucking video. Here he
You
is.
actually don't need to interact with real
Yeah.
people
If you
ever.
interacted with people, you might have been able to fucking figure this shit out yourself, you dumb limey.
This episode of the cafe is weird.
She was underage.
Yeah, the episode of the cafe. What? This episode. Thanks, Daddy.
There's been allegations since at least my last vid. She was underage, and you still have potential CP of it. Well, no, since your first video when
Am I crazy? And like, listen, I'm fat too. Is he gaining weight?
you said that
That's this job makes you gain weight.
Tinder verifies age, but it doesn't. Remember that, Willie? Remember that, Willie? Remember when Kelly was trying to explain to you that there's a lot of reason to believe that girl was actually underage? And you said, no, that sounds retarded. And also Tinder verifies age. Tinder verifies age and
he didn't do it until he had 100%. Like, if Queeman had his way, while he's fucking crying and whining about being slandered, he would have came out with this before he was 100% sure.
Stevie said she's got the Tinder, so you sound like a stupid bitch, Kelly, actually. Remember that bit in Willie's first video? Remember that?
I would really like to see this guy call anybody a stupid bitch to their face. I wonder how that would go, Mr. Muppet Hair.
Guys, when he said that, when Willie said that, you know, because he's totally willing on multiple occasions to accept.
He's literally trying to turn this into still Willie's compromised. He's still trying to do it. This guy just went to the cops. Went to the cops as soon as he found out the girl might be a minor. You can't sell it anymore. You know why? Because he looks stupid. Jay Stalk looks stupid because this is not the way compromised people act. This is completely the opposite of the way they act.
Either untrue or implausible stories from Destiny and then run them as narratives in his videos.
Yeah, he's not going to give you any examples.
Remember
and how come you couldn't beat him in that debate? You guys got crushed 5-on-1. You got crushed.
The multiple times that Willie has done that.
You got crushed so hard that when Nick put his tweet out, Chud kept his mouth shut afterwards. He wasn't so brave after that.
Guys, do you remember that? Do you remember how he did that with the Tinder thing? Do you remember how he did that with the revenge porn server thing? Do you remember how he did that with the Kiwi Farms collaboration?
And what's this got to do with anything? None of this proves he's compromised. You're compromised. Your agenda has compromised you. You don't even hate Destiny. You just want to be the guy to take him down, and you're mad about it. So you're basically doing, but what about? But what about? This is one big what aboutism. What about? What about? What about? What about? What about? What about?
Coordination thing. Do you remember how?
Because he's running cover for Destiny. Like, how stupid. Yeah, this is the worst cover ever to call the fucking Miami Police Department. Nobody sounds stupider than Spicy Chat right now.
Yeah, I could go on.
Sean owes me. Chuck can't even talk about this shit. He can only whisper in a mic for 5 minutes.
Well, all these times where Willie totally happily accepted what Destiny was saying to him, pretty much uncritically, swept for him, pushed a beneficial narrative.
And so, you know what? All that is a subjective opinion. Nobody could look at that shit. Nobody could look at that, at anything he said, and watch those videos and think they're anything but critical. These guys are so untalented, they can't even make a video themselves. They only can stream to each other and have them, like this guy, Owl Plus in the shop, go, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. And that's why when Willie put out a video going after them, it just annihilated them. And all they could do is whine, I'm slandered. It sounds like the SJW types from 2015. Every time like a Thunderfoot would fire back, all these women, oh, everybody's trying to kill me now. Get the fuck out of here.
Incredibly embarrassing. Should be incredibly embarrassing.
Oh, talk about projection.
And legally required to report Destiny to police. They're doing the bare fucking minimum here. And everyone wants...
How do you do more? What would you do? Report him for this before the evidence is out? And possibly screw up the case? You should have done this a while ago. Hey, how come you didn't call Miami PD ahead of time then?
And like, oh, Willie's so great. What a Willie W. What a Willie W. Shut the fuck up.
Chud didn't destroy shit. He just basically said he was compromised. He whispered. We covered it here. I can't believe that you didn't go after his terrible video. End story.
Shut the fuck up.
That's all Chud did. Believe me, Chud's piss fucking scared of goddamn Nick. Absolutely. And that's why Aiden and all these guys have to beg fucking Nick to verify their narratives. Because they can't get them over themselves. So they have to go to a bigger creator to sell their shit. And if you don't do that, if you don't sell their shit, they're going to say you're compromised. But it doesn't matter anymore because they're on an island. And what's Queeman whining about here? He's whining. Oh, remember all this other stuff? What about? Nah, nothing. Nothing. You did nothing. Willie did the work. You didn't. And no one is, I mean, Jeannie, is anybody going to buy that he's compromised at any time besides a retard? After he went to the cops? But you have to be a retard, an absolute retard like this. So I quoted Augie. I said, You're clearly compromised. Willie's clearly compromised here. And look what this retard, a leader in this community. Are you trying to jump ship now because you realize how comically bad this guy's coverage is? That's what they say about autists. They can't understand sarcasm. Can anybody be this retarded? Oh, by the way, looks like he was walking it back, probably because he couldn't get a hold of Nick.
Aiden, this is really embarrassing.
This is before it happened.
I side with Willie. You guys are actually deranged about Destiny. You're deranged about covering him.
This is days before. Days before.
I don't care as much as you do about this guy. I'm sorry. He's some sexual creep. I don't like him. I think he's a moral fucking degenerate. No, I'm not going to do like 8,000 fucking tiers of research on him. If you have something to...
They don't do research. They just bitch about him. And they don't do it to get anything done. Willie did research. He was able to talk to him. That's why he was able to bust him.
Definitive that proves he was, messaging a minor and didn't take like the proper precautions in advance or something like that. Link it to me and I'll form my opinion off of that. But no, just off of this alone, I am not comfortable with concluding anything.
What is he drinking? Is that booze? Funny. Funny. So here we go. But yes, I created a copy of all our messages and everything in that court case. I think we pretty much went over this. And it's got 1K versus views. Guess what? Spicy Chat wasn't a part of it, and they can't handle it. Oh well. Maybe you could, I don't know, objectively report on things instead of making it a goddamn pile on absolutely everything. You pile on your debates, you pile on and everything, you get it, nothing done. Nobody trusts you. Nobody takes you seriously. Outside anti-DGGers, which by the way, are exactly the same as the DGGers because they come from the same community. Did you see the sweeping for Destiny out there? I did. Well, she could have been, well, he lied to her. Get the fuck out of here. If that girl is underage performing sex acts, it's CP. That's it. Will the cops go after him? I don't know. Probably beat it. Sociopaths seem to have incredible fucking luck. But you know who didn't move the needle? Queeman. You know who didn't move the needle? J-Stock. You know who didn't move the needle? Chud. You know who did? The guy they hate, Willie Mac. That's who did it. Willie made the moves. Willie did it right. He did it honestly, and it happened. No one's going to go to you. Everywhere you go, people get doxxed. And then you say it's slander when they bitch about it. No one's going there again. Hutch, a respected left-winger, only had to talk to Queeman on the phone before he got doxxed. So don't tell me it's not his community. It's obvious, and nobody believes you. That's why it didn't go anywhere. That's why you could only cry and whine. Almost everything in his DM is wrong. Willie Mac is running cover because he wants to get with the boys again. What boys, Destiny? Me? He has no boys besides me. Oh, Wavy Web Surf? Justin Wang? Oh, you thought he was going to get in bed with the guys who were saying he was compromised. No, he's not. And Ethan trying to distance himself from me. Oh, you got CP, you dipshit, because he's too weak to deal with Hassan's attacks. Oh, this is a meltdown. I guess nobody needs you. You're a hindrance, Destiny. You're a hindrance to anything that Ethan was doing. Everybody's trying to tie you to him, and now you actually, Destiny, you did Ethan in tremendous favor. Me against Vector, because literally nothing is substantive to contribute to this area. Hassan's and it's like this. So I make this tweet right here. This means what does this mean? I'm thrown in with fucking Hassan now? Me? Does that mean Destiny? Does that mean Willie's thrown in with Hassan now? Me? Willie? You out of your fucking mind? Are you that team sports oriented that you think that you can't criticize both communities? Oh, you're not objective. You're compromised by your own bias. Jesus. I have no CC on my scooter. I only complied with legal obligation in the case. Well, let the court take that. The 60 gigabyte screenshot is related to a claim that Rose person made. Someone whose name and birth date have yet to been revealed and confirmed yet. Well, you know what? That's up to the cops. And Willie did the right thing. He didn't 100% know, but he saw the girl on TV. He saw the damn information is out, and it looks like she was 16. If she's overage, fine. He did the right thing. He called the cops. Ethan is literally reading off revenge porn leaks in life and giggling. Oh, but what about? But what are they all? See, Queen's company does, but what about? What about? And so does fucking Destiny. Same tricks. Maybe if Queeman had an original idea in his fucking body, he could get away from just copying Destiny tactics. Like a retarded trial for DMs that have absolutely nothing to do with the Rose League. Any reference to rape or orgies or anything else is literal who's saying that? The context of the DM with a 26-year-old British woman. I never DM'd Rose. I don't care about any of this. It's got nothing. I think Peterson was right. You, giant Zionist and genocide supporter in the United States with loyal to Israel first. And Hill, a genocidal IDF. Oh, so he's flipping teams now. You don't believe in anything either. I mean, Queeman and this guy are like two peas in a pod. They're identical. They just go with what they think works. That's why he jumped on the Rittenhouse thing, because he wanted to distance himself from Hassan. Hey, and now they won't go with his fucking degenerate behavior with potentially underage girls. So now they're going to go after and call her a genocidal IDF maniac. A female secretary in the IDF. Mandatory service. Unbelievable. I mean, who can believe? Both sides hate Willie. I think Willie got it right. Just look at its surface. That's surface level. Look at it that way. You deserve zero sympathy from anyone else on the internet. You're so quick to turn around and rely on some snark shit. Willie's stuff wasn't snark stuff. That's why Ethan went that way. It's not snark. I think you fucking believe Queeman's bullshit. Like he was on a side. Guess you guessed wrong. He's probably running around. He's probably running around. I got this guy under my thumb. No, you don't. You look awful in those fucking videos. I hope your prior maid takes you to the middle of a lawsuit against you guys. Wow, fuck, who cares? I hope you lose a lawsuit. Jesus Christ. Maybe he should be allowed to fucking be with underage girls. He's fucking emotionally underage. God. What a fucking moron. Dan can't tweet. A guy I once called a concentration camp guard. Even he can't support. Didn't he say something? I don't care if Destiny killed babies. Well, I guess he wasn't that long ago. If you've been living under a rock, I stepped away from AE. For anyone that paid for a sub, especially a yearly sub, I'll be handling the funds on already disabled signups. Thank you for your support over the years. It means so much to me. Buddy. Good job, Dan. Too little, too late. And the Reddit's gone. What do you think of Augie characterizing him as some harmless tweak? If Augie believes that, there's no help for him. I don't know what to tell you. I think Augie's seen what I've seen. I'm pretty sure. And honestly, you could go see it right now on Kiwi Farms. They don't take shit down. You could realize where he came to the conclusion that it was somebody in Queeman's community. Now, if it's like it's only like one or two guys, they'll say, "Well, yeah, it's only one or two guys," and move the goalpost. He did it. They did it. They do it. There's too many people around him. It happens to. He's a doxer. He can sue me if he wants. Just happens all the fucking time. He's gonna need a lot more subs than he has to sue me over here. Destiny's response to Willie Mac. This ought to be good.
You're saying the screenshot you sent him is you confirming that you had a video of her on your computer. There's evidence that I have to collect and maintain on my computer for my conversations with, one, my New York law firm, and two, with my obligations that I have related to my Pixie case. Like, there are things that I have to have preserved.
Did the lawyer tell you to preserve it? I bet he didn't.
To both of these
honestly, because if you told the lawyer you potentially have CP, you know what they would do? They'd send the police to your house and confiscate it.
I mean, I can't just dump a ton of shit because, especially when I have no idea, especially when I have every reason to believe this person is 19 anyway. So he said if you have the size, you should have it on your PC. It's just a screenshot that she sent me of the folder. I mean, I could post the screenshot of what she told me. Are we sure this person is even real? Like, is she a catfish, or is it a Lauren De Laguna trying to get
Yeah, what? Hold on a second. But if Willie knew about this and didn't say anything, Kleeman and the autism brigade would eat Willie alive. Yeah, he did something immediately. Immediately. The day. We were doing a stream. I'll show it again here. We were doing a stream. I think the information was just out on August 20th. He wrote me. I'll take a screenshot of it and show it to you. It doesn't matter now. I'm sure he won't give a shit. Take a screenshot of it. Fuck it. Give me a second. I think they're already trying to rope him into this. This thing where he didn't go quick enough, or he felt the heat or something. I'm sure they try to rope him into that. I'll put it on screen. So what does that mean? If President Sunday said that he didn't get rid of it, it means he made it up. He has no idea when Willie went to the cops. None. It was the same night this information. That's what this whole stream's on. Destiny reportedly involved a 17-year-old girl. Here it is. Fucking believable. Let me get you a screenshot. There you go. There's your date. This is what I saw, and I knew exactly what it was about. I just put 2 and 2 together. It just come out the girl might have been 17 or younger. And I knew that he had plenty of fucking talks with the guy, plenty of text messages with the guy. It was easy to put together after that. Just beyond weird. Morrow made the exact allegation that Willie knew all along about the CP stuff. It's autistic as fuck. Yeah, of course. Of course they did. They're compromised by their own bias. They don't care about Destiny. They don't even care about politics. They don't believe in anything. They believe in YouTube and moving up. That's it. That's all. That's all. It's all it ever was. That's why Queeman can only sit there and go, what about? Yeah, what about? He got Destiny before and after. And he got you too. God. I mean, they completely rely on this fucking echo chamber that they live in to tell themselves that they're right. And the moment that it went mainstream, you saw how it went. Living on a rock? Yeah, I've been living on a rock. Okay, Dance Can't Scream. Destiny drops the tree. Even, I think Ye was a Destiny supporter, right? Or at least he was rumored to be, right? Not anymore. I guess he's not compromised either. Destiny drops a tweet in response to Ethan Klein's video. The scandal because Willie Mack is running for cover to get back with the commentary community. They're not commentary community. I was commentary community. Nick is commentary. They're Twitch poll invaders. There's no civil war. They're outsiders. Nick fucking made friends with Chud and brought these wackos in, probably not knowing what they were. If I had to guess, he's done it before. And he's telling, this guy Chud Lodge is a great fucking guy. I had no idea about what Spicy. I didn't know what Spicy Chat was until January. Queeman, the king of Spicy Chat. He's running for cover to get back. That's all he could come up with off the top of his head. There is no more comedy. It's literally, it's me. And what am I pulling out? 200? It's Willie and Nick. That's it. Bobax is gone. Augie's gone. All the original Englishmen are gone. They either moved up or quit. It's gone. We had an invasion of fucking DGGers. And Aiden flipped sides, but that doesn't matter anyway because nobody really respected him to begin with. He was one of Augie's lackeys. That's all he ever was. Comic relief. That's all he ever was. Kick Aiden. Remember that? That's what he was there for.
I'm pretty sure this person's real. At this point, who the fuck knows?
Yeah, Aiden is young. Aiden was young. Now he's a full-grown adult. And now he can't understand that this is sarcasm. He thinks I flip teams on Willie. How do I think that you're trying to jump ship now? How comically bad this guy's coverage is? That's how stupid Aiden is. And from what I understand, he's been melting down all day and saying things like, I definitely don't want violence to come to Tommy C because he so desperately wants my attention. That's why he ended up with Queeman and J-Stock. He just desperately wants attention. Something went wrong when he was growing up. There's some kind of mental illness there. And he just needs attention, whether it's from, who was that jackass he used to hang around with, that commie? I can't remember his name. He was in Gamergate. He was
I don't know.
He used to go on Drunken Peasants all the time.
Are you talking about Jeff Holiday?
Jeff Holiday. Got involved with Jeff Holiday. Who the fuck could believe that this one comment when I found out about it? I'm making fun of you, stupid! It's really unbelievable. I have no CCM on my computer. Weird, because when I asked Destiny if he had CCM on a computer, he told me it depends on who's asking. Why you're asking? Then he gave me a bunch of reasons why I can't have CCM on his computer. That's too funny. Well, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I'm not going to accuse him of that. Let's the cops find out. Everything they said was wrong. Don't platform Destiny. Well, this wouldn't happen. Doing it your way, like pile-ons and getting in chats and acting all creepy and doxing people. Well, that didn't get to the bottom of this. Willie's way did. The guy that was supposedly given Destiny, I mean, it's just comical on its face, a free ride. If you have no idea, you say you haven't been here in a while, all right? Go watch Willie's 2 videos on Destiny. Maybe you don't know anything about this. Tell me if they're not critical. Really, look me in the eye and tell me that they're not. If you just woke up yesterday, there's no way you could come to that conclusion. None. You'd be like, what, who? And that's why when Willie made the video on Queeman and J-Stock and Augie, people were like, what the fuck? Either Clyde calls out Destiny for coping. What am I missing? The coping with Destiny community is not making a lot of sense to me. Makes perfect sense to me. This is what they do. Didn't he confirm to Willie Mac 3 times that he has news of a 17-year-old on his computer? That was communicated unambiguously. What am I missing? Well, you're missing that you're not a team sport. This is funny.
I think that as a content creator, this is just like my opinion. If their age starts with 1 and your age starts with 3, stop.
Pretty good advice. I gotta keep this together for the police. This is Nick.
I'm not gonna play this game of
an actual commentator. They aren't commentary.
I'm not gonna play
They're Twitch poll invaders. It's not a civil war. It's an invasion.
this game of every single time some insane person releases some random screenshot or piece of paper or whatever, that I'm gonna come and run through all these communities and try to give some crazy explanation for whatever else. Because one, the only thing that's happening is I see that every single thing I possibly say gets either misconstrued or drawn out to the most absurd reality possible.
I absolutely hate when this happens. I totally agree with him. It happens all the time. Like somebody will go and take a tweet, for example, and hop on stream and just completely lie about the context to their entire fucking audience, and thousands of people think that you said something that you didn't say.
Nicholas Oreo Cakes or whatever is saying that I'm threatening Willie's wife because I said she was a Mossad agent, which, because I have to clarify, was a joke, okay?
It was such a good joke. Also, I literally never fucking said that. I said that you are targeting Willie's wife, which is exactly what you're doing, because you're mad that Willie reported you to the police because you told him you had alleged child porn on your computer. Then you jumped into your chat and you started talking shit about everybody, and one of the things you included was
the same shit he did when Trump was shot. And then when people called him out, he said, but just one whataboutism. What about this guy? What about that guy? After another?
Was talking about WILLYMACSHOW's wife. And then, after all that was said and done, you responded to me, and for some...
And even Destiny can't get it around his thick head, just like Queeman, that he might have done this for no other reason than because he thought it was the right thing. It wasn't a YouTube clout move. Aiden can't get fucking figure that. J-Stock, I don't know what he can and can't figure out. He's he's fucking BPD girls, and Queenie can't figure it out. They think every single move is based on YouTube. And when some guy actually goes outside of that and doesn't make a YouTube move, then it's obviously got another. There's some other motivation. You know why? Because they never have the motivation. They say, we want to stop Destiny because it's such a bad person. No, we want clout. We don't care about Destiny. So they run into somebody that actually, I don't know, has character, has principles. They have no fucking idea what to do with themselves. Yeah, he must be trying to get back in good with Queen. It makes perfect sense, Destiny. You weren't slandered. You're a doxer.